What's going on YouTube? It's Patrick again. Okay, one of the important things to me, and if I leave home without one, I feel like, I've left home without my pants. There's always a watch. Now, as you see, this one's not working. It's dead. The battery has finally died again. It is a Timex Expedition. Original band and everything. I've had this watch going on, oh wow, I guess I'm going on about 8-9 years with it. Been an excellent watch. Has taken a beating. See if you can see the scratch across there. But I mean, it's still basically in pretty good shape. Now I could probably put a battery in this thing and it'd fire right back up. The biggest thing I did while I was wearing this watch was I would teach the guys how to use your figure out where you were on, by using the sunlight and everything, and then using the watch dial as your compass. So I did that, relied on that, and it was a teaching tool at the same time. Still in scouting, so every now and then I show them that method. But I was getting to the point where it was time I needed a new watch. This thing's been underwater. It's been everywhere I have been. Yes, I have swam with this thing. Had no issues with it. Never have I had an issue with it. This is the original band. I had another band on it at one time that was Velcro. It didn't last as long as this band did. And this is the worst that's happened to this band, is where the leather come off the band itself. Okay. So, do I feel confident I could put a battery in that watch and it'd run again? Yes, I do. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you need a wind-up watch. Sure, I agree. And Timex makes wind-up watches. But I prefer an automatic that's still running all the time. So anyway, I thought, it's time for Patrick to have a watch. So I looked around and gave hints to somebody for Christmas that I wanted a new watch. But I was so sold on the Timex Expedition series that I wanted another one. So I gave some hints of what I wanted, and lo and behold, for Christmas, I got this. Put it up there where you can see it. Probably not going to be able to see the glow because it's too bright in here. So it's the latest Timex Expedition Shock Series. Put it down a little bit. Features, well, it's packed full of them. You can set 3 different time zones. Right now I have it set for military time. And for those people that don't know military time, I hit a button and it tells me the regular time. And you can add one more in there if you want to for a good measure. I think you can add up to 2 others on top of the normal. The features. Well, I got rid of an analog for a digital. So you're probably saying, well, that just blew your compass thing all to heck. Not really, because this thing still has arrows of the compass with your in-betweens still on it. So, yes, it still has what you could call north, northeast, northwest, blah, 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 on. Okay? Now, not only does it have that, it has a digital compass. If you can see that right there. Of course, you point it and you move it around. And I can tell you it's pretty well spot on. Right now it's saying that's north, and that's pretty well correct from where I'm sitting. So, you have your compass. You have your timer. So you can do time something cooking in your cast iron or whatever. It has another thing that's pretty neat. It calls it a hydration alarm. Now, you're probably thinking, well, you don't know when to drink. If you're hiking and everything and you may think you're fine, you're probably getting to the point where you're more thirsty than you realize. So that's where I see this coming in handy. You can set it up for however many minutes. If you need to conserve water, you can set it up for 30 minutes, hour, however long you need to do. But once you set it, then every 30 minutes or every hour or every whatever, however long you set it, it's going to go off, and that's your reminder to drink water. I think it's pretty cool. It does have occasion alarms and it has regular alarms. Has the normal stopwatch. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty, I mean, it's not totally cram-packed full of stuff, but it's packed with the stuff you need for the outdoors. So this is definitely an outdoors driven watch. The band is, as you can see, is one piece. It actually is part of the watch. It's not, and it's really thick. I will say this, I think it's a little hard. It's loosening up, which is a good thing. Because when I first put this thing on, I thought, man, I'll never get used to this. But it has gotten better. Now, the cool thing about it is, well, let me try to do this with 2 hands. The cool thing is when you latch it in, you see your little latch, nice heavy clasp on it too, I'll say that. Well, this comes up and locks this down, so that's not flipping and flopping everywhere. I'm down to one of the leather bands on this one, and if you don't get it just right, well, it comes off and then your band's doing this number. You can see that, it's flipping up. So, I've had this watch since Christmas. It has been a really good watch. It has really served me well. Do I give it an A plus as far as what it'll do? Well, I wouldn't say an A plus. I would say more of an A, because it does everything I wanted a watch to do. It is shock resistant. I have hit it numerous times because it's bigger and it's thicker, much thicker than this by a long shot. I'll put this one on top and you'll see the difference in the thickness of them two watches. But once again, it's serving its purpose. It's doing what it needs to do. It tells the time, gives me the date, and it has a compass, has a light so you can see the time, has an alarm, it has everything I need for the outdoors. So, yeah, it's been a boring watch video, but you may be trying to look for watches, and I'm sure the much higher priced version from Casio, which is the G-Shock, which has proven itself, at some point the Expedition may prove itself to be that next watch for people to wear in the outdoors. So, I'm giving the Timex Expedition an A, not an A plus, an A. The old Expedition, well, she got an A plus also. She got an A plus because it did everything I needed to do for right at 10 years. Can't ask any more for that. Especially for like a $15 watch. This one's a little more, but not as much as a G-Shock. So, that's about it on this watch video. See you next time. Be prepared.